I got to figure out a name for the podcast. So right now we're
there's some new shit.
Well, so I've always been doing interviews, right? But it used to be called Free Smoke the Podcast because I would it was just kind of weed based. But YouTube kind of got a little bit more strict on that, so I stopped doing it. But I'm trying to figure out a name, just being up here and really kind of going full throttle on this shit. So for now, we don't have a name, but we got Yhung T.O on the podcast.
For sure.
And before anything, I just want to say thank you, bro.
No,
just
I appreciate
for
bro.
the hits that you've made.
For sure.
The amount of times I've been in the club or the bar in
Facts.
SAC and your verse comes on and it just changes the whole energy.
Facts.
It's just lit, bro.
Oh, mamas.
So I just want to, like, this is a big one for me.
Yeah, I
I've been a
appreciate it.
fan.
Appreciate
We were
it.
talking off camera, bro. Like, that, your guys' run and just your music videos you guys were posting inspired me so much to even hop into the music video game.
No, I appreciate it, bro. For sure, that shit was innovative. It wasn't really even too much thought that used to go into it. We just used to, let's shoot a video today, tell the cameraman pull up.
But it was
We used to just do random on the spot type stuff.
and they just came out so fire. The quality was there, but you know, at the end of the day, it really relied on the music. And you guys, like, you guys had it. And I still think everyone as an individual makes wonderful music.
Yeah, for sure.
But bro, I was locked in. Like that shit was so
it's because
sick.
everything complement each other. Like, it's like with how the boy gonna approach it, you feel me? Gonna approach it with them hard raps, whoop whoop. I'm gonna approach it with that global melodic shit. Slimmy gonna give it that swag. So it just make that shit. It complement each other good because it's like solo, or you might get this with him, you might get that with him, you might get this with him, but when it's all together, that shit fire for sure.
Nah, yeah, bro. I was just hyped. So to have you on the pod, man, welcome. And just like preparing for this, right? I was doing some research, listening to some past interviews, and you know, we'll start in Vallejo, but first I wanted to just talk about the fact that I never realized you were so hands-on with the creation of music. Whether it's writing, having your own studio, mixing, mastering, doing all that, like I salute you because not a lot of artists want to learn all the ins and outs of it.
Yes, when I was coming up, bro, I didn't have no choice. It was like it wasn't like right now how it's like easy to just find a studio and shit. Like when I started doing music, bro, it's probably like 07, 08. So it's like even music videos, you couldn't just shoot no music video. Niggas used to be the big ass cameras, had to get film, all that. Like I got a few old music videos, but it was hella hard to shoot videos. It was hella hard to get studios. It like wasn't a lot of studios around. There's probably like 1 or 2 studios in the city, but it's like so yeah, we had to figure it out on our own, how to get it, figure it out.
I mean, just I heard something that you had Lil Peep in your studio recording back in the day.
Yeah.
Like what? Like that is just so random to me, and I was just like, bro.
I used to record everybody. Like my studio, I was in my granny garage. Like that used to just be my little hustle and shit. For a minute, was just, you feel me, getting doing the studio time. Like I said, it wasn't many studios, so. Niggas to see I got the studio, they hear the music like, oh, this shit sound good. Like, ooh, I'm trying to slide to his shit. So I used to just have everybody's shit going crazy.
So how did you even like get in that mindset of just like, all right, in order to kind of fulfill my dreams, is kind of wanted to be a rapper, I should like develop this studio or create this studio to help fund it. It's like a win-win because not only do you network with other artists, you're practicing your craft. Like, was that...
Well, first I seen my uncle do it. Like I seen my uncle have a couple people pull up to the house, like, but just like people that we knew when I was younger. I seen him do it. So once I got a little bit older, I started doing it like just from seeing him do it. But because that's like how we built the studio, like me and my uncle built the studio with me, my uncle, and my grandma. They used to we used to go to Guitar Center, try out all the new shit, get all the programs, try this, try that. Like that used to be our thing.
So you'd get excited about that stuff?
Hell yeah. I still get excited about this. Sometimes I still walk in the Guitar Center, bro, and I just go there just to look around like, damn, bro, this is really where it all started.
I do that at the camera store where I'm just like, ooh, a new piece of gear? Let me experiment with that shit.
Oh, mamas.
Damn, so your uncle was kind of the one who helped introduce you.
Yeah, my uncle G-Rod, he the one who got me into all that space. And then I went to the Rise Center. I went to school for it in the Rise Center in Richmond. And then that's really like where I perfected it and got the specifics of everything down.
So where did this love of music come from?
I was born into it. For real, I ain't even choose it. It chose me, honestly. Like, I don't know life without it. Like, it just, I was born into it. My family did it, and then I just adapted it. Like, it was just like, it was the only thing in my face to do. We didn't have nothing in Vallejo besides the fucking Discovery Kingdom is what it was called at the time.
Flags.
Six
Shout out to
Flags.
Six Flags.
But it was Discovery Kingdom back then, so that's the only thing we had. And like, you feel me? So other than that, like, I didn't have nothing else to do. It's like all only thing I ever knew in my life.
So growing up, what kind of music was being played in the crib?
Man, a little bit of everything. A lot of Mac Dre, Jacka, Snoop Dogg, Tupac, all the classic West Coast stuff. That's what, like, because I used to be like more ahead of my time. So I was like the little kid that was always like up late at night in the mix. That's how I learned how to play dominoes, shoot pool, all that. Because I was the only boy. They just used to let me be around, and when my uncles and them throwing little parties, everybody over, kicking and drinking, whatever, we playing games. That's how I learned how to do that. And that's just how I heard the music, just from being, you feel me, in the whatever. And I'm just hearing the music play, like Lil Jon, for sure, Lil Jon, Lil Wayne, the Carter, the first Carter. Like, that's kind of was like my childhood until I got to dive into what I liked.
So like, you were what, 6 years old when you wrote your first rap?
Yeah.
And do you remember that?
I don't remember, but I remember it was on a song with me and both my cousins. But no, I don't.
It's recorded.
Yeah, it's recorded. I don't know. I don't know if we got it though, but it's recorded somewhere.
So music has definitely been in your family. If you're 6 years old in the booth, right?
Yeah.
And was this like
it was in the kitchen?
In the kitchen?
Yeah, just the mic set up in the kitchen.
Oh, dude, that's pretty legendary.
Yeah.
And then where did you figure out like how to learn like the behind the scenes stuff, like Pro Tools and stuff like that?
That's what I first learned, like just watching my uncle do it. And then, like I said, I ended up going to the Rye Center. I went to school for it.
Okay, so you weren't on like YouTube or like searching up stuff like that?
Like you probably could have at that time, but it was still kind of early. So this probably like 2010, 11, so 12. So I know you can. Like, I know you probably could have, but it's like, it wasn't like how it is now. Right now, it's like, all right, anything you think, go on YouTube, get it. Like, back then, it was like, it was different. We was still kind of living in the older times.
Yeah, no.
Even though it was like developing technology, but we was just kind of learning as it went. Like, it was still kind of more manual, technical, hands-on.
Are you the type to look up YouTube tutorials though and stuff?
Now, for sure.
You can learn so much game on
now,
YouTube, bro.
for sure. Yeah, now. But back then, it's like, we used to have to learn, like, by seeing somebody do it, or, like, it wasn't really much. Like I said, we probably could have did it, but our brains wasn't wired like that back in the day. Like, oh, let's go on YouTube and look this up.
And nowadays, they have, like, whole producer YouTube channels where it's like, you could literally learn more stuff on YouTube than at school. Back then, I do agree where it's like, there might have been a couple videos.
Download packs, all kind of shit now. Back then, it used to be like, oh, how you got them sounds? Let me get them sounds. You started to get sounds from people. Yeah. Like, it ain't nowadays, you just go get the latest and the newest drums and all that.
Or have AI fucking figure it out for you.
Yeah, see, I ain't even in the AI space yet, so I don't even know. But
that shit's kind of scary.
Yeah.
Damn, okay, so growing up in the V, it's very like musical based, right? Like, of course, people mention Mac Dre when they mention Vallejo, right?
Got to.
Like, was he? Do you have any stories of encounters or anything like that?
Hell no, I was way too young.
Okay, so he was past.
I don't know. I don't know. I know I was alive when he died, but I was too little to ever run into Mac Dre.
Oh, okay.
I think like he died in the early 2000s, right?
I believe, yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, I was born for sure. I was born in the 90s, so yeah, I was alive, but I ain't, I'm still a baby.
Did he kind of inspire the Mac One name?
Yeah. Everything was Mac back then. I think it came from my uncle friend. If I'm mistaken, I think he said it came from him, but that's where it originated, though, Mac Dre, for sure. This did for me, like, once I adopted the name, like, hell yeah. Like I used to have an iPod, the big ass iPod back in the day with the little turning thing like this, and then I used to have a little I also had an MP3 player that you could just put the MP3s on, little black ones, hella small, bro. I used to have Not My Job on there. That's all I used to slap all day, Not My Job.
You haven't flipped? You haven't done any Mac Dre flips or what? That would be.
I don't think I did personally. No, I don't think I did.
Okay.
And it's hard to do some shit like that, like that. Like I done probably dabbled in the texture of the flow a little bit, maybe here and there. I don't know. I probably did. I'm pretty sure we all did, but like I don't know. That's kind of a hard thing to do. Like Neff be doing it.
Yeah, I was like, Neff does it very well.
Yeah, outside of Neff. And then I mean like the whole Draco the Ruler shit, that's kind of basically the Mac Dre flow, Mac Dre style. But outside of that, yeah, I don't know. It's kind of hard to fuck with that type shit. Too classic.
No, for real. And then also too, I wanted to get your take on you guys doing like sampled beats.
Mm-hmm.
Was that like a thing, or like the sped up sampled type of thing? Like I know sampling is old. Like
yeah. So I think what the thing was basically like, so people was already doing the samples. So like you could go back like Peasy, Doughboys, Cash Out, the whole little Team Eastside shit.
Kind of
like,
Detroit influence.
The Detroit influence. They was doing the samples for sure. But when we did it, it's like we just sped it up on more of like the 80s like dance type shit, like
some funky shit.
Yeah, we just went in that lane just with the high tempo shit. So so at first it was like how they approached it was more like off the mud, like slow sample, sipping, drinking, smoking, and we just approached it with a whole new up and like turned up energy to it and just sped it up faster than how they was doing it.
Have you ever made beats?
Yeah,
but at that time you weren't making beats.
At that time, I wasn't making beats at that time. My uncle was still making beats though. He did No Discussions on our first album.
And you also mixed and mastered Anti?
The YouTube version, yeah. So if you go listen to it on YouTube, that's my mix.
So what's the process like selecting beats? Were people sending them to you? YouTube.
Yeah.
So all those early ones were YouTube beats?
Yeah, that was all YouTube beats.
God damn.
And then like once we locked in with like certain producers, then they'll send a pack, but it was all YouTube beats for sure.
And when they send the pack, would it sound like that your guys' style of beats?
Yeah, because by that time, like with the producers, they was making those kind of beats, or they knew our style because we didn't probably drop some songs already, so they knew what kind of beats we wanted.
I feel like, bro, during that time, like that was the whole sound.
Yeah,
like everyone was trying to make their beats like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. That's how it go though when you come with some new shit and a new
Mm-hmm. So at what age did you create the name Mac One?
It was Mac One at Beast. So I was there since like 6. Since like 6, I was probably Mac One. Yeah. Since 6 for sure.
That's fire.
Yeah.
And then how long did you carry that name for?
I carried that name till like 13, 14.
So that was precursing T.O.
Yeah, 13, 14. When I went Yhung T.O, like I probably had one tape of non-cussing. I was Mac One / Yhung T.O. And then once I went full Yhung T.O, I was cussing. So I was Mac One / Yhung T.O, no cussing, but I was making a transition. And then once I went full Yhung T.O, which is going to be coming up on a 10-year anniversary next year.
Damn, 10 years in the game.
10 years when I came as Yhung T.O, bro. Yeah.
What made you want to change the name?
2015. To basically, cause I was going a different direction. Like basically, like the older version of me now, like, kind of like I feel like the Mac One shit. I was more like the more kiddie version because I wasn't cussing. I wouldn't say kiddie, but I just wasn't cussing and shit. So when I made that transition, I'm like, oh, I'm coming with a new name.
And was Grams like?
She was always upset? Like super. Do it.
Okay,
Go.
So she wasn't upset.
Bro,
to
you gotta
hear
think about it. Like my grandma is like, that's like still to this day, bro. You could ask anybody, like any one of the group members, they'd tell you like they still talk to my grandma to this day, bro. She's like the godmother of this shit, bro. They still talk to my grandma to this day. Like she was like, bro, it wouldn't be nothing like before, like it was before we came together and we did what we did, and then we involved the people that we involved. When it was just bro and them pulling up on me at the stool, it would be none of that when I'm my grandma, bro. You gotta think I'm still in school. So me and the boy up until 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, I gotta go to school the next day. We blasting music hella loud, recording. Whose parent gonna let them do that? Like, you gotta go to school the next day. You missing class and all kind of shit. And like, but she didn't care. Like she knew it. Like she knew it.
Would you say she was kind of like the first one to believe in you like that?
Hell yeah.
See, that makes a difference in a young creative's life.
Hell yeah. That's why it was like, it wasn't something that I always wanted to do. It's just something that she would never not let me do.
So she would put
like
that
I
back.
wanted to quit a million times. You gotta think, bro. I'm from 6 to 16. I'm trying to do it. And you gotta think I'm just young at the time. So of course it's not gonna just happen like that. But nigga, I'm looking at Bow Wow shit. I'm like, damn, I'm supposed to be Bow Wow. I ain't supposed to be Lil Romeo. Like, what the fuck? Like, this shit ain't working. I'm been wanted to quit that shit, but she just wouldn't let me.
Wow. Shout out to grandma, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
No, because I mean, even throughout this journey of trying to become a podcaster, just make it in this creative industry, bro. Like, I've had moments where I've just wanted to give up as well, man. This shit is hard.
Hell yeah.
This shit is super hard.
Hell yeah.
Especially to be a kid though, too.
Hell yeah.
You know, like it seems like you had a vision since early on.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's the thing. I feel like I had a vision since early on, but it's like when it get to a certain point to where you gotta figure out what is your vision. Because like I had a vision that was instilled in me since I was younger, but I didn't have my own sense of what it was that I wanted to do. Like I said, I just was born into it, so I did it because I felt like I had to do it. It was my job to do it. Like,
and that was to what? Like
to make it in the music industry shit. Like, because my uncles was doing it, my cousins was doing it. You feel me? My uncle died. He didn't get to reach his potential, so I just felt like it was all on me. I gotta do it. So it got to the point to where it's like, once you do it and then you see all that come with it, then you get the questioning like, is this something that I even wanted? Is this for me? Why am I doing this shit? And then you gotta refocus yourself like, oh, okay, this is why I do it.
No, I've definitely been there, bro. Trying to make it as a video man, bro. Like, that shit's like, you deal with a lot of bullshit.
Yeah.
And I guarantee you've dealt with way more bullshit being in the rap game than I ever had in the video world.
For sure. Because I'm dealing with it all. I'm dealing with the video world shit too. Dealing with janky video niggas, all kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So,
do you remember how much you guys paid for those first videos?
Like 500, 200, 400, 500, something like that.
And like when the very first one that got some traction was going, was he like hooking it up after, or was it like charging you more?
So B Gigs always looked out. He was like the one who shot Different, the video you was talking about when the door closed, the Different. So yeah, we started with him. He was like the first one. So he did Cautious. The first video me and Slimmy did. He did that. So he was always like more like locked in with us, like, you feel me? The other video one, like, who did Anti and Lane Change shit, the Exalted dude.
Yeah, I just remember the Champagne Pop.
Yeah, now he, like, once he started kind of getting the motion and shit, it was kind of a little bit different. It was a little different. Like,
the video guys kind of...
Yeah, it was a little different. But Big Gigs was solid.
So you never got into the that aspect of the game, though, like making videos?
I've tried every aspect, because I forgot, too. Now that you just said that, you just reminded me. I was also... was going to Jesse Bethel for a little bit of time when I was younger, trying to do this little multimedia class thing, and they was actually teaching me how to shoot videos in there.
Wow! And growing up,
I forgot about that too. Right now,
growing up, did you have any siblings?
Yeah, I had all younger sisters.
So you're the oldest brother.
Yeah.
Damn. So you couldn't really have like like an older brother to kind of like?
Nah, my older brother was my cousin, Streets. That was like my older brother, but it's like we grew up like separately but together. Like we seen each other every now and then throughout our times, and then once we got in like our teens, we made our way back to each other. But that was like my big brother, was my cousin.
Damn. Okay, so do you remember the very first music video you ever shot?
Yeah, it's on YouTube right now. It's called Mac 1, number 23.
So it was still while you
it's
were Mac
either
1?
that one or it's Mac 1 and Rev Run. So amazing. One of them, but then my first two for sure. I don't know which one came first, but one of them two.
Oh, that's fire. That the fact that they're still on on YouTube?
Yeah.
I gotta go check them out.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're growing up in Vallejo, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And grandma's house is like the hub.
Mm-hmm.
She's letting you guys create, stay up, make fucking noise and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And then how long is it until you guys actually start seeing some sort of like motion?
Instant.
Really?
Off the back.
But I mean,
it
wasn't instant for you. You know
it
what
wasn't
I'm
instant for me, but I'm talking about us. Like, instant.
And
first drop.
And going back to some of your previous interviews, you guys were like two separate entities, if it sounded like, that kind of felt like it was a little bit forced to become a group, or
no, I wouldn't say that. I would just say that like it was just two separate names, but we was all brothers though.
Okay, so you guys were all like,
yeah, I was been RBE since I was a child. I've been RBE, so I wasn't leaving that behind, but I was SOB just as much as I was RBE.
Okay. And so when the YouTube was created and the name was switched, did you feel any type of way?
Fuck no. Nah, I didn't, because like I said, I'm SOB just as much as I was RBE.
Oh, okay.
So it didn't matter to me.
What I didn't really realize is how young you were when all this shit was popping off. Like, were you even 18 yet?
Hell no. That's why it'd be hella funny. People like, bro, I grew up on this. I'm like, nigga, I grew up on my shit.
No, for real. I'm like, it's kind of like Chief Keef shit. When he was like
literally
14, 15, and
literally
he's coming through with these hits.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I really had no idea how young you were. And just to try to maneuver through the industry being that young, it's like, bro, how am I, you know?
Yeah.
How am I supposed to make the right shit happen?
Yeah. And you're not focused either. You're not even thinking industry. You on some whole other stuff. So it's like, that's why I said now I'm at a point where I'm like, boom, I see, oh, all right, cool. Now I'm like, okay, boom, now I'm locked in. Like, okay, I'm doing it. Because I always just did it because, like, it's something that I did. So whether I get something out of it or not, I'm going to do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then I had to start thinking to myself, like, I had to realize, like, it ain't just always, like, you know what I mean, about me. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes I got to think about everybody else, too. So once I realized that perspective of, like, shit, you got to give them what they want and sprinkle what they need in it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. In terms of the fans? Or just like behind the scenes too?
Yeah. No, just as far as like fans and shit is concerned. Like, you got to elevate though. You can never be the same. But just in that vein of like, okay, what was the point? Like, you know what I mean? So now my music is more to the core of what it would not maybe the sound, but the point. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we finna have some fun. We finna turn up. We finna get fly. We finna, you know what I mean? That's what my music is now. I would say through a period of years, my music was just more like therapy. Like, I'm just pretty much expressing the shit that I'm going through because I feel like I ain't got nobody to talk to. So I'm just talking to the mic because it's the only thing I ever, you know what I mean? So it's like, I feel like that's the only thing I had was to just go to the mic and tell my deepest, darkest secrets and everything I'm going through. So it's like, it was more like becoming like therapy for me, but it's like people was like, but we want to hear this, we want to hear that. You feel me? So now it's like, all right.
Give them what they want kind of thing?
It's not even that. It's just more like, I ain't in that. I got over whatever the fuck it was I was going through.
Right.
to keep it real.
No, yeah.
It's like the dark place that I was in, I ain't in it no more. So now let's get back to it. Like,
no, that's really,
it ain't, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It ain't even really like that deep. It's pretty much just that simple. Like, I was in the dark spot. I was expressing what I was going through during my times of darkness, I ain't in a dark spot no more. So.
And was that just based on career? Was it real life? Was it street shit, or was it just all that combined?
Life. What they say, life be lifing. Shit, that's really what it was. Just life, bro. Losing people, like, you know what I mean? Losing people, losing purpose. You know, everything that everybody go through, but it's just like I chose to show everybody what I was going through.
Do you ever feel like you've ever been too vulnerable in a
Nah,
song?
because I feel like what's the point of doing it? Like, that's the whole point, because I know that it's people out there that's like me that didn't have nothing else but this, and I took everything for face value. Like, if you tell me that's what it is, that's what it is. If you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I wanted to put it all out on Front Street, like, this what it is. This what happened. This what went. This is this and that. Woo woo. Because I don't want to mislead you. Like, because I know it's people out there that's like me that's believing in me and believing everything I'm saying. So I'm not just going to tell you, oh, yeah, it's all good.
It's all good.
Yeah,
Let me make up
we
this
doing it
turned
up.
up
Yeah, we
shit
doing
right
all
now.
this dumb shit and it don't matter. You don't suffer consequences from doing all this dumb shit. No, I'm about to tell you all the consequences you going to suffer. Not only am I going to tell you, but it's bigger than me. God about to show you through me. So he going to put me through this. He going to put me through that. Because you going to see through me how this go. It ain't really about me. It's more about what God trying to show you through me. You get what I'm saying? So he going to put me through all this so you can see, oh, whoop, whoop, this happened, whoop. And then he going to show you what it look like when you rise above out of that shit. All of it.
Do you feel like you're in control?
No, I don't feel like I'm in control. I feel like I am in control, but like, I am in control. But at the same time, it's like some things you can't control. And the things that you can't control is always for the bigger picture. You get what I'm saying? And due to that, the fact that I'm an entertainer, it's like the things that I can't control is for the inspiration of other people to see you could overcome this, you could overcome that. Feel me?
Yeah.
So for me, like, it's not easier, but it's like, it's more understandable because my life is out there for everybody to judge. So all my ups and downs can be used as inspiration, so I don't take it personal. Compared to like, but you still get caught in those feelings.
For
but
sure.
From the bigger perspective, you don't take it personal. Compared to probably if nobody knew who I was, I might feel like I'm the only one going through this.
Yeah.
But also that's why I go through what I go through. Cause for that person that feel like they're the only one going through it, they could look at me and see like, oh, okay, he going through the same things I'm going through. He figuring it out too, same way I'm figuring it out. So it's like, that's people resonate with me on a different level. Like everybody I meet, they love me to that core. Like, bro, you got me through this, you got me through that. Without this and that, like, this song when you said this, and it'd be shit that people would go over people's head that is not a song you would quote, nothing. That'd be like, bro, I was about to do this when I heard that.
Some impactful shit.
Yeah, so it was like, I feel like I just had to take that time out to sacrifice maybe the glitz and the glamour of what people would perceive as successful or whatever for a minute, just to speak to those people, to give them that realness, you feel me?
Yeah.
You know, do my duties.
Do you ever have any regrets in the game?
In the music industry?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. I wish I would have took it serious more sooner. Like,
In what sense?
in a sense of like, I felt like from like 2015 to 2020, I would say I was 2 feet in the streets. Then I say from 2020 to 23, I was 1 foot in, 1 foot out. So it's like right now, it's like I'm finally like 2 feet in as a rapper, like as an entrepreneur, just straight focused. Like I ain't never, since I was a kid, like I ain't never been actually this focused. Like I told you, when you got to recalibrate and figure out why you doing what you doing, I had to go through that. You know what I mean? So now that I then went through that, now I'm like, all right, boom, I'm back on it now. Now I'm back full-fledged with this music.
Damn, that's kind of crazy to think that you started this when you were 6 years old, and even you feel like you weren't all the way locked in.
No, like I said, because it was like, I wasn't doing it for something that I wanted to do. I was doing it because I had no other choice. It's all I knew. So every time I questioned, do I want to do it or not, it wasn't based upon do I want to do it. It's based upon I have to do it because everybody depending on me to do it. So I got to do it.
And people seen you had a talent?
Yeah.
Was your style always how it was, or did you have to like grow into it?
I had to grow over time for sure.
As an artist, you develop, right?
Yeah.
But what were those first raps sounding like?
My first raps was my kitty raps. Like I said, that's just like the number 23, all that kind of stuff. That was just more like video game based. I wouldn't really say like I rapped like nobody. I probably had a time in my mid teens, like in my transition from Mac 1 to Yhung T.O, where I was going more probably Wiz Khalifa based.
Oh yeah, you had the dyed hair.
Yeah, I had this patch since I was in 6th grade.
But Wiz inspired that.
Yeah, I had it since I was in 6th grade, literally.
Damn, bro, that whole Wiz run, bro.
Yeah,
I used to love watching the day-to-days, his vlogs and shit.
Hell yeah.
Have you talked to him?
That was like, yeah. Actually, I did a song. I got a song with him and Burner. He brought us out one time, and also I chilled with him and smoked one time, like backstage at a show or something.
And was that like kind of
surreal? Surreal, unbelievable. Couldn't believe it,
bruh.
Nigga passed me the joint. I'm like,
smoking with Wiz.
Life is complete. That's all I ever wanted to do, and I did it. I could retire now. It's over.
What was some of your favorite projects from him?
Flight School. Even like if you notice, like I got my trap shit too. Like that was 28 grams trap Wiz.
Oh, the
inspired.
Cabin Fever
like,
shit was fire too.
When he went the purple dreads and shit, like Rockstar. Like if you really pay attention, like everything I did, I kind of like watched. Like I was kind of watched everything he did, and I just wanted to do the shit that he did.
And at that time, he was kind of tapped into the Bay too.
Yeah,
like fucking with Burner and shit like that.
Yep. He came to the Bay. I forgot he did that song. I forgot what the song was called, but it was a freestyle.
It was that freestyle. Weed one, the weed flip one.
Yeah.
And shout out to I think David Cameron shot that one. And I was watching that shit. I'm like, whew. All right, so going back to the career of Yhung T.O, did you ever sign to a major?
I did personally, yeah. And I did and Lil G did.
Are you still signed?
No.
So what happened with all that?
I got out my deal in like beginning of 2020, like January to February of 2020. Now I've been independent ever since then.
How was it dealing with a major? Was it a big difference?
Yeah, it was a super big difference because you got an actual team behind you, and you know what I mean. So yeah, it was definitely a big difference. It was but it was like my first time when I was still young. So it's like I learned a lot, but I wasn't so much of hands-on. You know what I mean? But I learned a lot though. But it's like I wasn't in all the emails and all the boardroom conversations and things like that. So, you know.
Now you're more hands-on?
Yeah, I'm pretty much the only hands-on at this point.
Really?
Yeah. But yeah, so I would say like next time, like in that type of situation, it's like you gotta definitely know every conversation that's being had. Because if you don't, then that's where things could get misconstrued. You would think something is what it ain't, might be what it could be or not know, and things like that. As far as even just with marketing, promotion, all those type of things, you learn though. Yeah.
So you're like pretty much investing back in yourself now, being independent.
Yeah.
Do you like that grind?
Man, it's a difficult grind, bro. It's a difficult grind. It's cool though. Don't get me wrong. Like to have like the control and things like that, but sometimes the control is overrated when you know that you can do bigger and better things, but you kind of like hindered because you doing it all by yourself. It kind of like, you know what I mean? Especially when people try to compare you to something that you've done before. It's like, bro, I had all these things before. It's like, now it's just me trying to compete against all this old shit.
Yeah, how do you feel about like YouTube comments saying like we want the 2017 Yhung T.O?
I get it. Like I get it. I feel like it's impossible to give people the 2017 T.O, but as far as like my next few projects is like I'm gonna give you the 2024 version of the 2017 TO.
I've definitely
if that
like
makes sense.
Like the singles you've dropped, I'm like, you know, it definitely sounds reminiscent of that.
Yeah.
During that time you like maybe what, like 2020 to 2023, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where was your head creatively?
Creatively, my head was trying to do anything but what I've done before. So my whole point and purpose was I don't want to do anything that I did. I don't want to be compared to this. I don't want to do that. I don't want to get on a simple hook and have somebody come on rapping and all that, because it's like even though beyond what people may believe, I respected the craft of what we did. So it's like, I know can't nothing fuck with that. So I'm not finna go get a different person or this person, me personally. I'm not finna go get this person or that person and try to recreate this sound, because I know ain't nobody gonna do the hook better than me. Ain't nobody gonna come on rapping harder than Daboii. Like, you feel me? Like, nobody gonna bring that swag to it that Slimmy gonna bring. So it's like, my mind back then during 2020, 23 is like, I want to go a whole nother way. I don't even want to, you know what I mean, be trying to recreate something that I had already did. Like, that's why, like, even when I did my RBE projects and shit, like, it was a different sound. It didn't sound like SOB RBE, even though I was still, like, bringing in my people and we was making music stuff, but I wanted to switch it up, like, because like I said, I just respected it too much to try and make a new version of it. I'm like, hell no, this shit legendary. It'll never be this again. So let me just go a whole opposite way. I don't even want to touch that.
Yeah, too. And also too, I feel like as an artist, right? The part of creating art is like trying new things.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So I definitely understand what you're saying, where it's just like, man, that was then, but me as an artist, I'm growing, I'm figuring everything out.
Yeah.
Like,
it was also like, this is just stuff that I've been doing. It's just the things that it just wasn't being highlighted, but it was things that I've been doing, or this just ain't the sound that I got known for. So, you know, I've been doing it forever. So
yeah,
it was like, all right, now let me come with this stuff. But I can go, like, for me, it was difficult to understand because I had to step back and look at what they know of me. You know what I mean? But because when they telling me, oh, I want this TO or that TO, like, bro, I could go back to 2015, 2016, I could play you songs that sound like 2022, 2021 TO, but you wouldn't know that because these might have not been what was dropping or what you catered to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I had to just sit back and see, like, okay, boom, boom, boom. And I know what they want, give them what they want. You know what I mean?
Throughout this journey, I know we mentioned wanting to quit when you were Mac 1.
Mm-hmm.
How have you ever had those thoughts as Yhung T.O? Like wanting to just quit?
I don't know if I just wanted to quit, but I didn't know why I was doing it no more. I say that. Like, it ain't that I wanted to quit, but I just didn't know why I was doing it. What was my point?
Kind of
like,
lack purpose?
Yeah. Just going with the flow type shit. Like, I didn't know what I wanted out of it. I had got everything I wanted out of it. Like, I've been doing it for like 15, 16 years. I ain't never knew nothing outside of it. So I'm just like, shit. I'm just doing shit at this point, just trying shit, just whatever. Like, I didn't care. Like, I had everything I ever wanted, so it didn't matter to me no more. You feel me?
Yeah. So, did you ever feel like pressure? Like, I know you talked about like having to do this as a kid, but like once you got that fame and like spotlight, like, did you ever feel like a pressure to like make the next hit, or you know what I'm saying?
Nah,
like
I never
fulfill the.
No, I never felt that kind of pressure. I felt like my pressure came more like family based, like
like providing.
Yeah, that was like all the pressure I felt. So that's kind of more what I was focused on. It's not until now where I'm like, oh, let me drop a banger right quick. You feel me? Like, you feel me? Let me just drop the banger right quick. Oh, you said what? Huh? Oh, here, turn that on. Slap that. What you say? Oh yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I'm on now. Like, what did you say? You said, huh? What? What did he type? Smack him with that.
I know. I
Banger after banger. What are you talking about?
honestly love one of my favorite moments is the Hennessy Nights video.
Yeah.
Where you slap the camera.
Yeah. Yeah, bro. It's all authentic, bro. It's real. I didn't pick and choose what was gonna be hard or what wasn't. It was what it was, bro. Like, you was off the Hennessy heavy.
All right,
so that's what you got.
Yeah, going back to that times, right? Like, how did you get the NBA Youngboy feature? Was that
I
like?
think because we had took Quando Rondo on like his first tour, and so I think Atlantic was trying to sign us at that time too. So they had got us in the studio, and I just happened to be the only one that wanted to record that day.
Wow.
So that's how it went.
Yeah, no, I was looking back at some of this stuff. I'm like, damn, you got some crazy features. Like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. I did everything, got everything I ever wanted to do. It was like, you got to figure out what more do I do after this? You got to, but it ain't something that people can tell you. Like, oh, bro, you got all this and all that. You need to do this and do that and do this. It's like, what if I don't want that? What if I don't feel like doing that? Like, you got to want it for yourself. Like, you know what? I think I do want to drop another banger. I think I do want to, you know what I mean? You got to want to do it.
And yeah, like having the control to say, yo, I'm going to do this when I feel like it or because I want to do it. It's like, it's liberating. It's like, for me as a video man, right? It's like, there were days where I'd have to go shoot those music videos that I didn't want to shoot, because I needed that fucking money. But to be able to say, no, I'm not going to take this one, it's just, it puts you in a whole different bag, like a whole different mode.
And it's a fight within yourself too, because what people don't understand is when you get it out the mud and you going through these things, like these are things that develop inside of you, so you don't even know. Like it's really a fight within yourself.
You find yourself.
Yeah, to just be like, bro, I had to do this, I had to do that, I gotta do this, I don't want to do that, I had to do this, woo woo, bro, I don't want to do it. You get rebellious, like, you know what I mean? Because everything that you had to go through to get what you got, at a point you just feel like, I don't want to listen, no, I don't want to do that. Do this, no, I'm gonna go right. You go left, no, I'm gonna go right. Like, you get to a rebellious point, and then you gotta restructure, like refocus, recalibrate, like, all right, I'm gonna do this because this is what I want to do. Like, not per se because this is the right thing to do, but not because you telling me to do the right thing. I'm gonna do the right thing because I want to do the right thing.
Not facts.
You know what I mean? Because it'll be a point in your life where you might be like, yeah, you saying I need to do that, even though I know it's the right thing. Just because you told me to do it, I'm gonna do this instead. Like,
that's some stubborn shit, but yeah, I've been there
that's
too.
That's how life gets sometimes, bro. You get in that point, like when you come from where I come from, you go through what I go through and what we all go through, coming up out the struggle, like, and you become something. It'd be like, you feel me? Then everybody be wanting to take credit for what you did, and it's like, bro, all these hard, long nights I had to do this and do that. Like, what do you mean? Like, you get to a point where you be like, where you might start self-sabotaging just to prove a point that it ain't you. Like,
I've definitely
that
been
it was
there.
me. Like, you know what I mean?
You self-sabotage before you think?
Yeah, no, I was definitely like a self-sabotager for sure, because it's like, that's how I used to feel. I used to feel like I didn't have control, like everything I'm doing, because you want me to do this, you want me to do that, woo, 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 blah, blah. So I just like, it's a bad trait. I think I got it from my big cousin. Like, he was a super self-sabotager, and he kind of just like instilled that shit into me.
In terms of just like behavior or like substance abuse and stuff like that?
Everything, bro. Everything. All the above. Hopelessness, really. Like, if you like hopelessness, bro, it's just hopelessness, bro. You feel hopeless, bro. You feel me? And that's why I make music for, the motherfuckers who feel hopeless. Like, that's why my new project called The Hope, because it's like, that's what I'm doing. That's what I went through. All this shit I went through. Let y'all see me go through it, to see me come out of it like I am right now, to be the man I am right now, and show you, like, nah, don't trip. Throughout the biggest to the smallest levels, you could overcome anything. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I was plenty times, nigga, where people would consider me being at the top of the world. Ooh, they say, oh, da, 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 da. But
And they don't
I'm
really
still
know
here
that you're
right
going
now.
through it though too, right?
Yeah, they don't know what you go through. You know what I mean? They don't know.
All right, speaking of the new project, there's a single on it, and you say some lyrics talking about you talked to Daboii on the phone. Can you describe what that phone call was like?
Man, bro, talked a few times. It was just really, you know what I mean? Just getting, I would just call it like getting understanding. You know what I mean? Been a long time since we hollered, just figuring out like, you know, where we went wrong, shit like that. Getting some understanding, you know?
Do you ever get like annoyed at people always asking you guys about the breakup?
Yeah.
I feel like it's at that point where it's like you've done enough interviews and talked about it.
Yeah, for sure, definitely, most definitely. Like, and I feel like yeah, it's oversaturated. It's only so many times you can say the same shit.
And I've seen the titles of it, just like Yhung T.O talks about the breakup, talks about the breakup,
bro, and
talks
then that's
about
what
the
make it so
breakup.
bad, because it'd be like, bro, it'd be a whole 2 hour, 45-minute interview. I done talked about some whole other shit, some real shit for 1 hour and 30 minutes. I said 15 minutes on this one segment, and that's what y'all make it seem like I'm just talking about.
I feel
like, I used to take it personal, but then I started even noticing with them, they do the same thing. So I'm like, oh, this is just what they do. Like, you know what I mean? But yeah, that shit is trash, bro. And it's like, it's trash, bro. But yeah, that it's played out.
But so going back to that lyric, you've talked to him a couple times. You guys are in good standing, type of thing.
For sure.
Are we ever gonna hear music? Just as a fan, bro, I'm like, Shoreline made the comeback, bro. Come on, we need the SOB RBE comeback.
I know. I'm gonna keep that one close. I ain't gonna speak on that. I'm gonna keep it close.
Oh, dude, well, just know I'm ready for that shit.
Yeah, the world ready. The world need it.
Fact, I know you guys got some shit in the vault, man. Let's keep it real, bro.
I ain't gonna speak on that.
All right, talking about the music process, your creation process.
Mm-hmm.
Are you writing stuff? Are you freestyling? Like, what's T.O like in the booth?
So I started off writing, then I just went all freestyle, and then now I do a little bit of both. Like, I probably write the first 8 bars, freestyle the rest.
And how do you like pick a beat out?
Back in the day, it just used to be off what I was feeling, but now I'm like I said, like now I'm actually focused. So now I pick strategic beats, like what I know people want to hear. Like, oh, this, if it got a certain sound in it that remind me of like some old shit, like, oh, that old sound, or like some drums or something or whatever, it's like, okay, boom, I'll pick that beat. Like, because a lot of people, the other thing too is people send me slow shit because I'm a singer and that's what they think, like, they want to hear. Like, so it's like nowadays I tell people, don't send me a Yhung T.O beat. Like, I don't want to get on a Yhung T.O beat, bro. It's going to be a slow-ass beat with a snap, and like, bro, I'm not trying to do that. It's going to make me say some depressing shit. I don't want to do that. Give me some up-tempos, hot shit, bro. Don't give me that slow shit.
What do you think of sexy drill?
I don't know what that is.
Like the, the whole New York movement with like Chow Lee, Cash Cobain and all that? I think
I heard a few of them songs, I think.
I just want to get your thoughts because I feel like you were talking, you're like you did like singing, but you were rapping about like some real like street shit too. So I was just like they're basically doing like sexy drill music, they called it. I don't know if sexy drill. And I just wanted to know if you had any thoughts on that whole sound, you know? You know what I'm talking about though?
No, I know what you mean.
Like the fast club, like.
Yeah, not that genre per se. I don't listen to it much.
Okay, but in terms of you making a beat selection, like, are you open to experimenting with stuff like that?
Yeah, I experiment all the time. But nowadays, I'm not, like, I'm cautious on what I ain't just dropping all my experimental shit.
Bro, I feel that. How often are you like recording?
But I'm recording on all kind of shit, but I ain't dropping it though.
No, you need to drop a tape of just all experimental shit.
Yeah, that's what I was doing for about 2 years. Fuck that
shit. Bro, that's hilarious. That's hilarious. So are you like constantly making music every day in the booth?
Nah. I listen to beats probably every day though, but nah, I got a daughter, so I be on dad shit most majority of my time. Just be on straight dad shit, and then I pick a day out because like I work so fast, bro. I do like I probably had like 4 or 5 sessions in like the past few months, and I done did like 10 songs, 10, 11 songs every single session. Like I work, and it's only like 5-6 hour sessions.
Damn.
Like I'm quick as shit, bro. So.
And you're not even going into the booth with like pre-ideas of stuff, or you just hearing stuff like...
I might got a few hooks. That's about it.
Wow,
I didn't do worse than that, though. I didn't did like, 20 songs. Don't give me like a 10, 12-hour session. I'm going to do like 20, 25 songs.
How do you know when a song is done?
See, back in the day, after I do it, it's done. But now, I go back, I change this, I fix that, I do shit. I'm more involved now. I'm more back, like I said, I'm more focused now. But for like a few years, though, once the song, once I do, it's done. If the key off is off, oh well, that's why I did it. Like I was on my Juice WRLD shit. Like you know how Juice WRLD be just gun. Like that's who I was like, not competing with, but you know I also was a Lil Wayne fan too. So it's just like, just that go in there and come out like as fast as I could type shit, and that's what it is. Like it was more like artsy. It was an artsy thing, but I realize now that maybe a lot of people wasn't. I should have. That's where it come into having a team, because it would have been good to have some people recording that or getting that and providing that so they could get the point of what I'm doing. They could see, oh, this nigga made this song in 3 minutes. Like he just went in there, did that, came out. Like you would appreciate the song more if you knew that I did this whole album in 2 hours, 3 hours.
Right.
But it's like, since I didn't document that and like get to showcase that to the world, you feel me? But now, just like I said, being older and looking at things differently now, it's just different now. Like, okay, now everything is more strategic. Like you got to see, like, oh, and put this out, show that. But that's, like I said, that's what come with having a team and shit that I didn't have. So looking back on it now, it's like, okay, I could have
like
executed it a little bit more. Yeah, I could have
yeah.
executed the rollout a little bit more. It's not that I would have did no music different. I'd have just did the rollout a little bit different just so you could understand it more. But I wouldn't have changed nothing I did though.
Yeah, because like as a creative, right, it's a interesting conversation when we talk about creating it and how long it takes to create it. Because typically people think the longer I spend on something, the better it's going to be. But I feel like music is one of those special mediums where it's like, it's a feeling. So I could make a hit in 10 minutes and it's not rushed. It's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? So I was just always fascinated on like that concept of making art.
Yeah, that's how I am now. But now it's like, I just look at, so like I make a song, boom, I listen back to it. I'm like, it's kind of dry right here. Like, or you know what? I'm doing too much singing. Let me take that 12 out. Let me rap on that part right there. Like, just little shit like that. Like, and I just do that just like from the perspective of the audience. Like, let me do what I want. I go in without thinking about that at all, though. I go in, first take, I go in, I do what I want to do. Then, like, the music sound different after, like, when you listen to it the next day. So I go back, listen to it the next day, or listen to it for a few days, and I just think from, like, the audience perspective of, like, what I know they would want, and I'd be like, all right, let me change that, let me add this, let me do that, boom, and then that's it after that. So I probably do two drafts. My first draft of just how I feel, then I come back on it with, like, adding touch-ups, change a little shit to make sure, like, you feel me, it's some shit that people gonna fuck with.
Some hard shit.
So now it's like 50-50. It's like, it's what I want to do and what I know you want at the same time. Yeah,
because I feel like you can get in that mindset of just overthinking everything once you're like trying to perfect it.
Yeah, I don't do that
like,
shit.
Like there's beauty in just releasing shit.
Yeah, I don't do that shit.
Because sometimes I'll just be like, nah, I gotta re-edit this part, or I gotta fix this part. I don't like how it's out of frame.
Yeah, bro.
Or,
and you when you doing that, you messing up the art. Like, it's art for a reason. Like, you know what I mean? I'm a real musical person, so I'm I'm into the art. Like you ruining the art by doing that. Like, it's somebody gonna fuck with it, bro. You know how many paintings and shit that be selling for millions and billions, and nigga be looking at it like, what the fuck is this? This is so dumb. But it's the art, bro. You gotta respect it.
Hell yeah. What do you do besides music? Like in your free time, other than obviously being a dad? Like, do you have any other hobbies?
Bro, I didn't really.
Playing any video games?
That's probably what it is. Probably that. Playing video games. But outside of really making music, nothing really just like chilling, reflecting. Like, I just feel like, bro, it's the music industry is like chaotic. So it's like, for a long time, bro, just doing nothing was peaceful for me.
Hell yeah.
Like, bro, just sitting back thinking, doing nothing. Like, you know what I mean? So, but that's probably also because I was in a dark space too, so I really didn't want to do anything. So, you know, coming up out of that now it's like, all right, let me get into different stuff.
Are you doing like tricks to like improve your mood and shit, like waking up and getting the sun in your eyes,
bro,
and like
you know
shit
what
like
I was
that?
doing, bro? I was doing hella research, like watching hella videos, just research, reading self-help books, all that kind of shit, like getting my, like learning the mental, like how the brain work, just like,
because it's like you're supposed to trick your brain into being productive, into feeling better. Like you have to do certain things to make your body feel good, rather than like fucking waking up and facing a wood or something. You know what I'm saying? It's like, all right, let me wake up, and there's science behind this of getting the sun in my eyes and just drinking some water, like just the most basic shit.
No, exactly, for sure. And I think that's what it was too. Like once I stopped doing smoking, all that, like drinking, all that, like went just like full, like I stopped smoking probably like 2022 or some shit like that. But then I stopped drinking too, like, cause once I started smoking, I started drinking heavy. So then once I quit drinking, like I was quit drinking for like a whole year and a half straight, just sober, nothing.
Damn.
So when I went on that run, that was like my real awakening run. Cause then that's when I had to really like
sit with your emotions.
Yeah,
and
you got to really figure out, why do I think like this? Why do I feel like this? And then you start seeing shit, and then that's what really started getting me into it, like learning how the brain work, how all this stuff work, of why I'm going through all this stuff, and then how other people go through it, how they figuring it out, all this. Like I spent like probably like two years straight just doing that.
Damn.
Like literally just like, on God, reading books, everything. Like when I tell you, like, people come to me, like I'm a therapist, bro. Like when people, bro, I bullshit you not.
That's
I'm
real.
a therapist, bro. Like when people come to me, like people come to me with problems and issues, childhood traumas, anything. People come to me, bro, I will break it down to you to a science. I will tell you something about yourself, and people look at me like, bro, yes, I didn't even, how did you know that? Because this happened when I was a woo-doo-woo-doo.
You're that friend?
Bro, I'm a goat.
So you like that?
I'm a goat.
Because for me, sometimes I'm just like, bro, don't dump your trauma on me right now. I'm dealing with my own shit.
That's how I used to be too. But that's how I had to learn how to do it, because everybody was coming to me. So I used to take it as like pressure, but then I had to accept my gifts. Everybody coming to me because I'm that one. I got the answers.
Hope.
So then I had to use it on myself. Once I figured out, oh, I'm the one, then I had to sit with myself for a year, just a year and a half, just all sober, just sit there with myself and break myself down. Like, and then once I did it with myself, it was over with. Then I really became the GOAT, because now once you conquer yourself, you can conquer anything. So now that I conquered me,
that's like, real as fuck.
Bro, I was in the darkest place, bro. High, bro, like nigga, weed, syrup, perks, heavy.
Escaping. That's what it is.
Running from everything, running from it, bro. So once I had to face it and deal with it, and I navigated it through it all, broke it down, I'm like, go, bro.
Was there any specific moment you could pinpoint to be like, oh, this is when it kind of hit rock bottom?
I had multiple moments. So when my brother Tutu died, boom, rock bottom. Trey died, rock bottom. My cousin Streets died. No. My Tutu died, my uncle died, my cousin Streets died, and then now I'm here and I'm goated. So the next time it won't be, I'll never go through them dark moments from shit again, because now I got a better, higher understanding of like faith and shit. Like I always had it, but there was a point where I was lost. But now I got it. So now it's like, bro, I'll never, bro. Never.
Do you go to church?
No, I don't go to church, but I went one time on some random shit, bro. I was at the beach one day or something, and some random people just was there, and they was like, approached me, and it was like they started talking to me, but they was saying shit that was like
resonating
with me, but I kind of actually, on some weird shit, that I actually was having a conversation with God about. Then they approached me and was telling me certain shit. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, this gotta be. They like this bigger than me right now. So I actually ended up taking them up on that offer. I ended up going, and you feel me, and it was a life-changing moment for sure.
Damn, yeah, that happened to me. I was riding a bike, and this kid, like, you know those wheelie bikes?
Mm-hmm.
This kid is riding on the wheelie bike. He's got one too, and we're just going down this random block, and he asked me to do a wheelie, and I just got it, so I don't know how to wheelie yet. Long story short, he's just like, yeah, just came back from like my youth group. You know, you should come check it out. And I'm just like, damn, it's like, what if I didn't go down that block, you know, and never met that kid? And just like little moments like that were just like,
bro,
it's refreshing.
I'm telling you, bro. That's the beauty of life, bro. That's what I be trying to tell people all the time, bro. It's the beauty of life, bro. You gotta go through things. Like, some of the darkest moments and some of my, like, what other people would consider like bad things was like some of the best things to ever happen to me. Like, for me, like, it may look like it's bad to you, but to me it's great, because nigga, I would never be at this level of intellectual if I didn't go through this, or if I didn't go through that. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I wouldn't know as much as I know. I wouldn't be as smart as I am. I wouldn't be so stern on my square if I didn't go through these things. I wouldn't, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
My faith wouldn't be this strong if I didn't go through these things. Like, you know what I'm saying? And
this was all inspired by you, pretty much, like inner self stuff, or did someone come out come to you like, yo, you got to kind of tighten up?
No. Self journey.
How hard was it to have a relationship in this industry? Is it hard?
Woman-wise?
Yeah.
No, not
or just
really,
dealing with having balancing relationship work, all that stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I was with my female since we was in high school, so that was difficult early in the beginning stages, because, you know, you both
You're
still young,
yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
And you don't know, like, but once it got to the point to where it's like it was times like once where, but it was, I wouldn't even say that it was based upon that. It was just based upon me personally, like, oh, I don't want to miss this, or I don't want to miss that, so I'm gonna not do something that might potentially better my career because I don't want to miss out on this personal moment.
Yeah.
Like, I always been that kind of person where that came first. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I never really cared as much. So, like, a lot of things like that other people would be like, damn, you turned that down? Be like, but I wouldn't admit, I had to do that because I didn't want to miss this. Like, you know, I always been like family-based
oriented
person. Yeah, like, so I never let that come in between that. But now, like, and I'm still like that to this day, but it's like now though I'm more conscious of certain things. Like, all right, you know what I mean? I'm more willing to make certain sacrifices and say, I'm gonna miss out on this for the better of the career. Yeah.
Because you got that established relationship, you know, family at home, you kind of get in and understand. No, I feel that. Yeah. How is it being a dad?
Bro, it's a life-changing experience. It's a life-changing experience for sure. My first kind of like dive into it was my goddaughter. Like, she kind of gave me that first like awakening. But then when I had my own though, it was like scary. It was more surreal. Like, oh shit, like this is fuck. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, nah.
Like, whoa. But it made me more of a man. Like, it made me more on my square. Like, it made me care less about what anybody else think or gotta say. You know what I mean? It made me like, I don't care what you think or what you gotta say. Like, cause she the only thing that mattered to me. Like, I done seen it all, bro. I done seen it all. I done seen the worst of the worst. I done seen people come and go. And ain't nobody there, bro. Like, I'm a person that's always there. Like, anybody that I ever lost or anything, anytime they family come to me, anything, bro, I'm always there. But I see a lot of people that not like that. So what's the point? Like, I'm a not be here on this earth. So what y'all gonna? My daughter gonna go through this and go through that and go through this because don't nobody owe her nothing but me.
Yeah.
Y'all not finna be here for her. Y'all not gonna hold her down. You feel me?
No,
I had to
real.
accept that people not like me. I wanted everybody to be like me. I want everybody to be loyal like me, but they not. I want everybody to be real like me, but they ain't. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so I had to use my loyalty and my realness to myself no more. I don't owe nobody no loyalty. I only owe loyalty to myself now. I don't care about proving to nobody else I'm this or I'm that. I only care about myself and what my child think of me.
That's real. That's growth.
Yeah.
I respect it. It's inspiring. The convo you just had, it makes me want to get better too.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I'm just at that point in my life too where I'm just like, all right, bro, like, it's you either deal with the pressure and handle it healthy, or you crash the fuck out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
bro.
it's like,
and I've always been a crash artist.
I've teetered. I've teetered.
I've always been a crash artist, bro. That's what I'm saying. I was a self-sabotager, so I didn't mind crashing. Oh, you want to crash? Let's crash. Let's do it.
Facts.
But God always got me through it. It's plenty of times I tried to crash out to the highest extent, but God always just got me through it. But it's because it was always I always had a bigger purpose. I just had to find it.
You've had any near-death experiences before?
Plenty. Yeah, plenty.
Same. Well, not like mine were probably a little different.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
I'm
plenty.
Fuck, dude. What's the day in the life of T.O look like?
Oh shit, bro. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I wake up. I'm probably getting woke up, having to change my daughter's diaper.
How old is she?
She 9 months right now.
Oh, she's babe. She's brand new, man.
Yeah. So I gotta change her diaper. Boom, I change her diaper. Whoop whoop. Probably get up, brush my teeth. Whoop whoop. I've been trying to get back into my because for a minute, like I was on my workout routine, so I had lost like 30 pounds.
When you cut drinking, you lose a lot of weight when you stop drinking too.
Yeah, I had stopped drinking and I just was working out. Like that was kind of my way of
self-healing.
Yeah, like I had a huge success in growing like mentally and during that period of time when I was working out. But then like right before my girl had my daughter, I stopped working out. And ever since she didn't have her, I ain't been working out like that.
That's a full-time work.
Yeah, so
job.
it just been taking all my time. So I ain't been doing much working out, but so I probably cook breakfast, whatever. Whatever time I wake up, I cook breakfast, whatever, boom. Probably run to the store, do something, I don't know. Nothing much though. And then
keep it low key.
Yeah, trying to stay low key, really. Just, you know.
Are you recording stuff at the crib? Or do you go to the studio?
I did. I recorded after the Fame project, I recorded that at the house, but nah, I go to the studio now. Yeah. I go to the studio.
What does Yhung T.O watch on YouTube? Are you watching YouTube? Are you on Instagram?
Bro, that's all I'm doing is watching YouTube. Like I'm watching.
You watching podcasts or like?
I'm watching mainly podcasts. So I'm watching the What Could Go Wrong podcast. That's like my number one right now.
And that's funny because I would shoot and set up that's
my number
podcast.
One right now. No
Shout out to Terrell, Keem, and Pun.
That's my number one right now.
That's fire. We got to get you on there, man.
Yeah, that's my number one, bro. I really watched because that's in my lane. Like I told you, like outside of music, I'm on some trying to grow, trying to learn. You feel me? Yeah. So then second, Perspectives with Bank. And then I watched Jay Shetty.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've seen some of his stuff.
Yeah. And the fourth thing I probably watch is anything with Kevin Hart. Cause like he like a super big inspiration when it just come to like growth. Like Kevin Hart, for sure.
That's real.
So, like, I watch all his podcasts talking about business and all that, working out. Because that nigga got unlimited shit he do. So, he got some shit on Peacock. I think it's called, like, Man to Man or something like that. They be drinking wine and shit. Like, I watch that. Just basically anything that's about bettering yourself and just, you know what I'm saying? I try to stay on that, bro. Trying to stay growing, bro. Not trying to stay stagnant. Trying to keep pushing forward.
Would you ever get into the content creation lane?
I do want to, bro, but I want to do it, like I said, more in that lane, like in a self-help lane. Like I don't really want to, like I appreciate it though, like you know the hot topics and all that type of thing. Like it's cool, but at the same time, I don't, cause I be feeling like people be missing a bigger picture. Like, you know what I mean? And I'm a bigger picture type of person. I'm looking at it from the highest standpoint.
Yeah.
So I be like, bro, my female always tell me I should get into it though, because it's like my perspective, bro. Like I got a unique perspective. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like I said, in music, well, I didn't say this, but we talked about it behind the scenes. But with music is like sometimes people don't want to hear that shit, basically. So in a setting like this, we could talk some real stuff.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? For those people that like that type of thing, they get it. You know? So I feel like I was using that. I was kind of using my music at a point to try and get that across. But now it's like, okay, I need to diversify. I need to start using other ways to get that message across and then just use my music to slap y'all upside his head with these bangers.
Yeah, the medium of podcasting, you're able to get your ideas across a lot easier.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You don't have to make shit rhyme. You don't have to make people fucking bounce.
For sure.
You could fuck up. Are you watching any like live streamers or stuff like that? Or you ever thought about live streaming?
Yeah, I'll be watching the live stream. I'll be watching the Back on Fig. I'll be watching
shout out to Back on Fig.
I watch that. I'll be watching Academics here and there. Is there anything else live?
I kind of got the live stuff in a chokehold.
Nah,
him after
that live stuff, bro.
After this whole Drake and Kendrick thing, yeah, that really solidified him.
And then he knows so much. Like
he's very entertaining. Live streaming is hard, I think.
I don't agree with his standpoints on a lot of things, but
that's a good content creator.
He's super smart though. Like he knows, like bro, I appreciate his music industry background stuff that he be talking about, bro, because he'll log in, he'll show you where the conference calls they had, because all the label calls that they be making, because they stockholders, it got to be public, all that, so he know where the calls at, he's listening in on the calls, all that, boom. Like he giving you crazy behind the scenes game, like you would never know. Like that I appreciate, but a lot of the content on the hot topic based things I don't agree with. Like it's all propaganda. But as far as like
are you a conspiracy theorist? You ever been on that side of YouTube?
Oh, that's what I watch. I watch 19 Keys, bro. That's what I watch. High level conversations. That's what I watch. I knew it was something I was missing. 19
Shout
Keys,
out to
bro.
19 Keys.
High level conversations. That's it. That right there.
See, we need to have it.
That took me to the next level, bro.
Have you been on those types of pods before?
No.
Oh, we need that.
But I would kill it.
Yeah, I was
bro.
like,
I'm telling you, that's what I do on my off time. I sit there and watch shit like that, like you said, because you just remind me about conspiracy theories or just like all kind of crap, bro. I'm telling you, I'll be up there. When it comes to really like that high level thinking. I'm up there.
All right, do you respond or read the comments on your music videos and stuff like that?
Yeah, for sure. I like in the first 2 hours, I'ma probably respond to everybody.
Oh, that's fire.
Yeah, in the first like 2 hours. After that, I don't go back and watch it at all.
One of the comments on one of your interviews, they wanted to get the King Rod update.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any update on what happened to King Rod?
As far as I know, I think I just seen recently he might have dropped a few things.
I think he's still dropping the solo stuff.
Yeah, I think he might have dropped a few songs here and there. I don't know, but I don't know. I can't tell you. I really don't know. Like, honestly, I don't know. I talked to K-Rod one time. It's probably like 2022 or something. I talked to K-Rod. We hollered. Like, we had a good conversation. Saw love. Whoop-de-whoop. That was it. Like, or maybe it was either 2022 or 2023, one of them. But yeah, I talked to K-Rod like one time. We had a cool conversation. It was all good. You feel me? We talked for like 30, 40 minutes. Like, and then that was pretty much it. But yeah, shout out to King Rod though. I really don't know. I don't know. I see he got long hair now. That's hella funny. But other than that, I don't know.
How do you feel about like the Bay Area NorCal rap scene? Like current state of it.
I think everybody going crazy. You feel me? Everybody going crazy. We just need to work together more. That's about it.
No, I feel that. So the project's dropping when?
Friday, September 27th.
Hope?
The Hope.
Yep,
that's dropping. And then I'm gonna drop another project probably next month called I Wanna Thank You.
You got it in the vault already?
Yeah, it's done already. It's just finishing mixing right now. But yeah, that's about to drop next month. Or I'm gonna drop probably the first song off of it next month, like 2 weeks, and like in 2 weeks after the first project drop, I'm gonna drop that like 2 weeks or 3 weeks later, and then the project will come out like 2-3 weeks later after that. So the end of October, beginning of November, I'm gonna drop that.
Oh, so we can expect a lot more new music before the end of the year.
Yeah, 2 projects before the year over, maybe an EP 2. I ain't gonna lie, I just feel like I'm in that mode right now. Like, so I ain't even really too much, even really tripping. I'm just dropping. Like, I just want to drop. Like, I feel like I just want to give them the people like 3, 4, 5 back-to-back projects. Just this mode I'm in right now, cause I just, like, you know what I mean. I just want to give them this. Like, I ain't even tripping. I just want you to have it. Just sit on that. Just know I'm him.
Man, as a fan, I'm excited. I'm ready for it. So, you know what I'm saying? Sure. I feel like this was a great conversation. I really appreciate you taking the time to sit down, man.
Appreciate you too, bro.
And you know, hopefully, I would love to shoot some music videos or some sort of content with you.
For sure. Let's do it.
We need some sort of content, and I'm definitely trying to see you on the 19 Keys shit.
Nah, I'm telling you, bro. I'm goated. I'm goated. You wouldn't believe all the things I know, bro.
Cause, hey, but what if he's asking you about the breakup?
Nah, he would never. When he asked me about the breakup, he gonna
it's
ask
gonna be some deeper shit.
He's gonna ask me about it from the perspective of what type of environment we come from and how the higher powers would love to see this type of thing continuously happen. And why does these things continuously happen? Because the environment that we come from is designed for us as young black males to always compete and go against each other. So once you come up and you become something, that everything around you is designed to make you fight for that number 1 spot and break you apart, even though you better together. So 19 Keys, come get me. I'm a boy. I'm
Facts. I was like, he's dropping gems right now. I like that. I like that. Well, make sure you guys check out the new project. Like, comment, subscribe, and we're out of here.
Yeah, appreciate it.